Hey, what's up soldiers, my name is GregFPS and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies video. In this video guys, we're going to be talking about the brand new cipher that was solved by a man named Munki, and this is actually one of the ciphers that was actually on the Giant, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, if you guys didn't know, there's actually two more that haven't been solved on the Giant, so I'm going to be trying to do my best to solve them. Chances are I won't be able to, but hey, it's worth a try, might as well, right? So anyways guys, this is what the cipher says when finished, and like I said, it was solved by a guy named Munki. It's not spelled the same as the animal, it's spelled a little bit differently, but it says when finished we will return to the house and the infinite. So there are a lot of implications that we can draw to this one cipher being solved, and it's honestly very interesting. So without further ado, let's jump right into it guys. So first of all, one thing to point out is it says when finished we will return to the house. So they've been to the house before, and when you think of a house, you think of Samantha's house. Now at the end of the Origins Easter egg, there's a cutscene with Samantha and Eddie playing in Samantha's room, and there's a whole bunch of different things that are parallel to the zombie storyline and this new zombie storyline that we've been focusing on. There's a chalk outline of a gun on the wall, there's Samantha, there's Eddie, there's the characters. It's honestly really interesting and really cool, and it seems like we are talking about Samantha's house. Now one thing to keep in mind guys is that it says when finished we will return, so this doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be the last DLC, because there is actually, if you didn't know, there's scraps of paper found on the Giant, and it actually forms a little map, and it gives us the locations of the maps that we've had. We have the location of the Giant, Drak, Zetsuba no Shima, and last but not least Stalingrad, which is now Volgograd. So that is presumed to be DLC 3. That's why a lot of people are assuming that that is where it's going to be, because it's held true to Drak as well as Zetsuba no Shima so far, and obviously the Giant. So that is presumed where we're going to be going, but it says when finished we will return to the house, and we don't actually have a location for the final battle. Some people say it's going to be in London, and that's a whole nother thing because of the newspapers that were found on Drak, and I don't really have conclusive evidence to even want to make a video about that, because I honestly don't think it's going to be in London. We honestly still have no idea, but it says when finished we will return to the house. So does this mean that the summoning key is going to be filled with the souls of the four Easter egg characters, or the four main characters 1.0 version, and then we're going to go to the house, or are we going to go to the house after we complete the 4th DLC Easter egg? We don't really know at this point, and this is why it's so exciting, because it says when finished we will return to the house, so we're going back. And another thing that really catches my eye with this quote is the fact that we have never seen Maxis before. Maxis was the only times we see him is in the Origins cutscene when Richtofen is actually cutting his head open and taking his brain out to put it in the Maxis drone, and then obviously we see the Maxis drone and we see a picture of Maxis on the loading screen for Origins, but that's literally it. We don't see anything else. And honestly, if we're going back to the house, in the cutscene we hear Maxis calling up to Samantha, and he says he has a plan, and this is really interesting. And another thing to keep in mind guys is we could actually see Maxis if we go to this house. We might see him in a cutscene, which would just mind blow every Zombies fan that's been a fan of this series for a long time, because we have never seen him. We didn't see him in World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, or Black Ops 3 yet, and I'm really hoping we do get a chance to see a glimpse of Maxis and what he actually looks like, and if he's like a super fat dude or if he's skinny, you know, it'd just be kind of interesting, or if he's like super muscular. I don't know, that doesn't really matter, but that would be absolutely amazing. That'd be so cool. And another thing is they said they will return to the house, and so we imply that they have been there before. And what if this is actually where the characters from Zetsuba no Shimura, the 4 main characters. What if this is where they got the blood vials from? Because we see that they actually go somewhere after Takia 1.0 dies. They actually teleport somewhere as an insurance policy, is what Richtofen calls it, and they come back and they teleport back into the map. So we don't really know. They could have already gone there and we just didn't know about it. And it says at the end of this cipher, it says, and the infinite. The infinite means the end. So we will return to the house and the end, which means that it could end with them returning to the house, which means that the final Easter egg could actually be at the house. That would be crazy, you know, like actually in a huge house, and that's where the final map takes place. Did you ever think of that? That could be absolutely ridiculous, you know. That'd be really, really cool. And there's so much different things, you know, going on in this one cipher, and it's just literally like a half a sentence. When finished, we will return to the house and the infinite, like boom. And it's just crazy. There's so much stuff to think about with this one sentence. So I would really like to know your thoughts, guys. You can hit me up on Twitter at GregFPS, or you can just comment down below and I'll respond to you guys. But thank you so much for watching. My name is GregFPS. Have an amazing day, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.